I had to do a part 3, which I was not too happy with. I'm like, it was bad enough to have to do it one time, but for this to happen a second time is very annoying, to say the least. But I'm back, and now the time has come to do the match that Chloe and in Switch have waited a long time for. And also, welcome back, Cherry. I don't know what's wrong with the PlayStation, but whatever it is getting very annoying. I mean, and I couldn't help it, really. It's just, I just hate it when it does that. Granted, it doesn't happen all the time, so I can at least say that for sure. But still, it could be. Yeah, my connection could be my connection, but if it was my connection, uh, yeah, it crashed again, Captain. All right. Well, now that we got that straightened out, now I can let Switch and all the others know. So yeah, it is. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I'll start it up. I apologize. All right, let me get Chloe. But yeah, how do you feel about seeing your friend Switch, but also seeing Chloe dressed up as Snow White against the mixed tag team champions, the siblings known as the Shelley twins? Yes, let's hope that doesn't become the case there, Cherry. Okay. And then same thing with yes, it's time. It's time, Chloe. It just so happened that it's at the start of part 3, so at least you will have to look for it. But it's great to see you there, Chloe. I mean, Cherry's friend, Chloe, but Chloe nonetheless. That's probably what it was, because I noticed that my internet connection was a little weak than usual, but I'm hopeful that it stabilizes this time. All right, let's get to it. Mike, yeah, because I was going for Snow White. All right, so let's see. Who are we introducing first? There he is. The man who introduced me to a new set of friends.
Representing the club from wherever he wants. Weighing in at 200.
It could have been. Although that could also be, Nintendo's end with their internet, Alicia. But there you see Switch Gaming. I mean, he's got the 1-up. He's got the Fire Flower. Of course, Switch and Chloe won their way to Mania, as opposed to Atticus and Vera. Not to say they didn't have any matches beforehand, but there you see Chloe. Of course, Chloe's still doing the dance, but there's Chloe. Now, I don't know if you actually have a costume or anything like that there, Chloe, but I was like, you know what? I had to base it as well with the limitations of the game in order to be able to do it. But I really hope you do like it. You love it. And to that I say, and you know what? And Wally, to that I say, but also you could look at it as, well, that's, the PlayStation Network not holding up its end at times. But hey, there's a lot of other things. But now it's time for the Mixed Tag Team Champions. And we start off with, what do we have? We have Damian Shelley.
Outsiders from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Mixed Tag Team Champion, the Anarchist, Damian Shelley.
So this is, I guess you could say, the best way to describe him is a cat boy. More than a boy, he's a man. So have you ever seen those animes that have that have characters that have cat-like features, like, ears on the top, and then some of them have their tails sticking out? Well, that's what this guy is. He's a Neckle. I guess you could say he's a cat guy. That was my best cat meow. So we have him, and now we have his sis. Of course, she married a man named Sabin. But when they started out, they were and still are the Shelley twins. So Maddie, of course, or Madison, was born Madison Shelley, but then married a guy named Sabin. So now we have a cat girl, and she's pink, and she has she's pink, and she has the color black. She's got the black and pink, and of course those are the tag team championships that you and Mady are going for. Those mixed tag team titles. I have two different sets, like an ice flower and a fire flower. So TJ can save his voice. All right, so we're going to start with the men. Match underway. Now, I do have a contingency plan if whenever the match ends in, like, counting out or disqualification, but I'll get to it if need be. If not, it'll be one fall. So let's see. Nice backflip there onto Switch Gaming. then sent into the corner. And now Shelley, Damian Shelley, an uppercut to Switch. Uh-oh. And a cutter from off the top rope. And don't tell me this is it. And, well, broken up by Chloe. That I imagine that probably would have done it had it not been for Chloe. But now Mady rolls out of the ring, and wow, nice move though by Damian. Nope, reversed as Damian gets thrown back inside. But now the referee holds him back a little bit. All right, both men back in. Belly to belly suplex. Nice slam there. And a normal suplex. And that's what Switch has to do. He's got to use his power. And, well, look at the strength of Mady. A Switch Gaming and a power slam. All right, then attacked him with Chloe, and what happens is that the women have to come on in. So once somebody gets tagged in, the other person of the same gender has to come on in too. So now the women are fighting now. And a series of kicks to the back of Chloe. Oh, this is the drop kick that time. And of course, for both Cat siblings, they decided to tuck the tails underneath so that people would not grab their tail. Oh, now has the octopus stretch, but countered onto Chloe, or countered by Maddie. Hey Blizzard, what's up? There you see your friend Chloe as Snow White. But you also have two cat people in there. Oh, well, I believe that was a neck breaker. I couldn't quite see because Damian was in the way. And now Maddie. Whoa! What a leap from off the top rope. So far, the champions, the Cat siblings are doing pretty well. No, that is Snow White. The Snow White Queen. That's Chloe. That's Chloe cosplaying as Snow White. Just like you cosplay as a wolf. Whoever the person behind Blizzard the Wolf is. So, no, that's what that is. Although, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, Chloe. Get in, Chloe. And Chloe got counted out.
Here are your winners.
Well, I did say I did have a contingency plan in the event that it ended in a count out or disqualification, and that was a count out. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to run that black. I'm going to run it back. Oh, you are a wolf. Oh, sorry. Woof woof. But wait a minute. If you're a wolf, how were you able to talk like a human? Oh, I forgot. You are a wolf. It's okay. It's okay. I am just messing with you, by the way. I'm just, just taking the Mickey out of it. So, obviously, I'm not going to end it like that. So here's the deal. I'm going to rematch it, and if it ends in a pin or a submission, great. But if the Cat Twins win once again by disqualification or by count out, then I'll call it. But I'm going to do this again. So let's try that again. So if it ends in a count out and the Cat siblings win, then they will retain. Of course, by the same measure, if Switch and Chloe win by count out or disqualification, then it'll be even. Well, thankfully, that's not going to be a problem in the next game, or the next 2 games there, Alicia. So this is kind of like the end of a novelty, really. Oh, and a series of kicks right to the stomach. And then look at the strength of Damien. And he's no small man by no means. It's just that Switch is so big. All right, now a tag back to the ladies. And of course, Switch has to get out of there, and he does. Welcome back, Tenu. You're just in time to see your friend Switch and Chloe back in. And then, ooh, nice poison Rana, which is that move that she just did. And then a drop kick, but of course, all that experience that, oh, never mind. Nice leg twist there onto Maddie Sabin. And then a forearm right to the face, and then a tag back to Mady. And then a knee right to the gut. But then Switch, nope, switched it up, pun intended. And then pulls the arm out of socket for a little bit. And now goes into an armbar. Oh, and an armbar leg lock combination, but no. Nice move there by Switch, and nice takedown by Switch. Only to end up in his own corner. Oh, nice counter by Switch. And, oh, nice kick and club to the back. Now attack back to Chloe. Then a facebuster to Chloe. And a DDT to Chloe, tornado style. Then slammed right onto the apron. Yeah, I restarted the match because the last time it ended with the Shelley twins winning by countout. Now, if they win by countout again, then of course I'll call it. But if we can get a clean finish, then I'll end it also that way too. Oh, nice splash, but Chloe. Oh, thank goodness she got back in. But I was like, Chloe, you could have just went in the way that Maddie did. But thank goodness she made it in time. Now a pin. 1. No, kick out by Chloe. Off the ropes. Ooh, nice leapfrog though. And a hip toss. Of course, 1. You're going up against the character Rob, not Rob, not Rob Gamer. And I'm not sure what Switch was going to do, but Damien wasn't going to let him do it. Nice drop kick there to Switch Gaming. Now a pin. 1. Nope. And a double arm gut buster. Wow. The strength that it takes to do that to a man the size of Switch Gaming. But Switch not going to give it up. And then, uh-oh. A tombstone pile driver. And is that going to do it? And what? And he tried to use he tried to use the ropes for leverage, but it was broken up immediately by Maddie. But nonetheless, power slam. Yeah, you can call him Wally, but Walter is his full name. Yeah. All right, now the ladies are back in. I don't know if Chloe's watching or if she's just in character and not speaking. It's all right either way. Oh, and a kick right to the side of the face of Chloe. And now it's getting stomped on is Chloe. All right, now a tag back to Switch. And a back suplex. All right, now sets him up. Uh-oh, he's going to do it again. He did this in the first take of this match. Another cutter from off the top rope onto Switch, but Switch is he's still in it, but he's got to find a way to get back in this. And dropped on the top turnbuckle. All right, now the ladies back in. Another Hurricane Rana. And a DDT onto Chloe. 1, 2, and of course Switch couldn't do anything other than just to encourage Chloe to get back in. Wait. Hi, Luigi. Anyway, Maddie manages to get out. I can't even talk. Maddie, the pink cat, manages to escape from Chloe, the Snow White Queen. Oh, Monty Molshan. Anyway, a tag right to her brother, and now the men are back in. And going for the clothesline, but missed. And the spinning face buster, but then Switch exits the ring, only to get right back in. Wait, Carlos? Ooh, and a DDT, and I believe... Oh, okay. You always change your name there, Sean. I knew it. 1, 2, and I don't know how Switch kicked out of that. I mean, Switch has now been busted open. He's now bleeding. Although a spear right to Maddie. Now going for the cross arm breaker. And all that Damien could do was encourage his sis to get back in. Nice counter there by Chloe. And then a jumping kick to her head. A blind tag to Damien, and now the men are back in. Oh, I see. Ooh, back elbow. Well, so far, the second take of this match is much better than the first. And a power slam. 1, 2. Ooh, almost got him. Oh, for a moment I thought he had him. I thought he had it won for the team, but instead, a tag back into Chloe, and then a spear. All right, slammed on the top turnbuckle. Ooh, kick to the leg. I guess what I could call it the Snow White driver. How about that? 1, 2. Oh, almost got her. Almost got it, but Maddie kicked out. I don't know how he does. I don't know how she did it, but she kicked out. Yeah, absolutely. Not that we have an issue with it. It's just consistency is key here. Oh, nice leg sweep. And a pin, and Switch can't do anything. But unfortunately, he couldn't do anything to break up the pin, as he's not allowed to. But the winners, and it's official, the winners and still the mixed tag team champions, Damien and Madison, the Shelley twins. But take nothing away from Chloe and take nothing away from Switch. They brought it, and even though the first take ended in a count out, this time it ended officially. So I'm happy that we got a definitive winner this time. And that was a 4.5-star match. Incredible. But we must move on to one of the big ones. Empress Alicia and Lioness. So let's do it. All right, so the only person I need to let know is Odds, Baby, and I'll let him know really quickly. But aside from that, all right, so I just let Odds know. But this match is a normal match, so it's under normal match rules, though. What will this mean for the Queen's Crown Championship? Well, I mean, I guess if Lioness wanted to challenge for the title for that championship, she would. But no, this is just strictly for the Mushroom Kingdom Women's Championship, really. I mean, of course, if you want to defend your Queen's Crown champion, you're more than welcome to do it, but...
The following champion vs. champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the women.
But you've done a lot to raise its prestige. That much I will say. So, there you have the Queen's Crown Championship, even though that title's not on the line. I give you the challenger. I give you Empress Alicia. So we saw her mother in action, and now we get to see her. And not to mention a former Cyberspace Federation World Champion. And the owner and proprietor of WSW. Warriors and Survivors Wrestling, I believe it's Warrior and Survivor Wrestling, I should say. And now her opponent, and former Blue Toad Wrestling Tag Team Champion. Or World Tag Team Champion. But now we have the Women's Mushroom Kingdom Champion. And the winner of this match will move on to day 3 and will await the winner of our 10-woman Royal Rumble match. And that match, well, first and foremost, this is the champion. This is Lioness. But yes, later in the show, there is a 10-woman Rumble match. And among the people that are in it include Cherry and, Paper Tay, Amy Rose, Vera, Mario Girl, among others. I mean, there's a couple of other ladies there. Of course, Lioness only recently unmasked, because before then, she was a masked wrestler. Oh, no. No, if anything, Rhea would be more of a... How do I put this? She would come off as someone who loves beating people up, whereas Lioness wants to be a champion, and she is a champion. I mean, yeah, I could probably see the haircut. But she had the haircut mainly because, well, I imagine she kind of got tired of other women pulling on her long hair, so she cut it short so that people wouldn't pull her hair anymore. And of course, Lioness soaking in the moment, soaking in the fact that she and her opponent are on the grandest stage of them all. And the fireworks to go with it, too. And that's what that's for. The Women's Mushroom Kingdom Championship.
From Delaware, the Women's Triple Crown Champion, Empress
Oh, really? Well, wait, what, was it supposed to be on the sides of the title, or... I didn't even notice that until just now. Oh, when you created it. Oh. Well, if that's the case, I might have to edit it or something. You know, just put the logo on there. Like, was it supposed to be on the side plates? Oh, on the front. Okay. Well, in any event, the match is on. And like I said, it's under normal rules, so for the champion, or sorry, for the challenger to become the champ, is by pinfall or submission in the ring. Oh, nice Phoenix Splash and a pin. One. Ooh, that would have been something if she had won right off the hop. But instead, she'll have to keep the pressure on Lioness, as Lioness is a very powerful woman. Of course, Alicia's no small woman. It's just that Lioness is so big. Although Lioness definitely is agile enough to do a move like that. Off the ropes. And, ooh, pop-up slam right on her back. Oh, but Alicia fighting back. And, whoa, what strength on the part of Alicia. And now Alicia going up to the top rope. The royal spin. 1, 2. Ooh, that was closer. That was close. And then the Royal DDT, I think it was called. 1, 2. No. And another Phoenix Splash. 1, 2. And getting closer and closer. But if you're Lioness, you got to find a way to slow down Alicia. Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to give Lioness an opening. And her Hurricane Rana into a pin. 1, 2. No. Although Lioness, nice counter. And then, uh-oh. Now picks up Alicia and spine busters her. Off the ropes. Into a tour of the jungle. And that could do it. I don't know. 1, 2. No. Close. That was close. Well, now Lioness. Oh. Stop the arm on. And I mean, again, the strength that it takes to pick up Alicia, and like I said, Alicia's no small woman. But it's like, get off me, Lioness. And slammed again. The laws of gravity can only... Oh, nope. Nice spin kick, though. Now going for the awareness bomb. Nope. Countered into a power slam. Picks her up again. And power slams her again. Oh, wait. No, countered. For a moment I thought Lioness got her with the ripcord knee, but instead gets a DDT. But just as you... But it's really going to come down to who makes a mistake. Nice counter there by Alicia. Off the ropes. The Royal DDT, and is that it? I don't know if it will be. 1, 2. It is it! And we got a new champion. So Empress Alicia did it. She is now the new Mushroom Kingdom champion. And let me put this down in my notes so I'll remember that Lioness is owed a Mushroom Kingdom title opportunity. So from what I understand, and Lioness signed the contract when she put this up, was that in the event that she would lose either tonight or on night 3, that she would cash in her rematch post Mania. So for the time being, Alicia is the champ, and Alicia, you are going to advance to day 3 of Blue Toad Mania. And of course, you're going to be awaiting the winner of the 10-woman Rumble match later in the show. There we go. I had to update my Excel sheet, but congratulations to Alicia. What a win. So I'm happy to say that. Wait, let me check one more thing here. Okay, cool. Well, I imagine that you would have wanted a match on day 3, but you're gonna get it. So I'm happy to say that you'll have it. But now it's time to find out who gets to face off against Jesse Jackhammer, who, of course, if you remember, he won the match on day 1, the opening match of the entire show. He won that match and is going to await the winner of this match. And here's what it is. So here's our contestants, though. All right, not a problem there, Alicia. Thank you for coming in. You could always watch the rest of this stream whenever you want to, but here are our contestants. We have Arkham, we have Azrael Black, Dakota, Clinton, Jose, King Meyer, Mike Wasson, Riley, Marcus Walker, and a new guy. So let me just let a few people know. So let me let a few people know here. Okay. Let me see. Let me let oh, right. I'm just going to let a few people know here. Oh yeah, Riley, let me let him know. So this is an opportunity for you guys to go get snacks and stuff like that. And then I'll also let Super Dakota know. And let's see. And sadly, I don't have a way to contact. I believe Captain Danger's in this. I think. Oh yeah, Danger. Okay. Who else am I forgetting? Oh yeah, yeah. and then I think it was Mike Wasson, and then finally the new guy. And I'll explain more on him in a moment. All right. Okay. Now let's get started. Tenu's going to go for Riley or Dakota to win. But you'll notice that there was a guy that that was in that you hadn't seen before. You got some Funko Pops. I've seen those. Those awesome.
This will continue until all
Not that I collect them, but I don't envy anybody else that does, so it's all good.
Over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner.
All right, so who are we going to start with first here? Only the first 3 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay. So up first is Marcus Walker. Now, of course, Marcus was in the top 20 when it came to being a contender for the Blue Toad Wrestling Mushroom Kingdom champion, or for the championship, excuse me. So, can you imagine Jesse Jackhammer having to fight this guy right here? So this is Marcus Walker, a former Four Kings champion back when it was simply called the Q4 titles, but otherwise it's still part of the same lineage, so it still counts. And Brandon's going to go out on a limb and say Dakota for the win. Emma's naturally going to go for Jose to win. I mean, Jose is in this match, but can you imagine if he has to start against this man? Well, never say never, though. Wait, Mitty, you're going to root for Jose? Also, it's me!
Introducing the individual who drew number 2.
Oh, there he is, the new guy.
At 214 from the Gangster.
So this guy is a new friend of mine, and of course he is cosplaying as Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon, mainly because that was or still is his channel icon. But that's his. But yeah, that is my good friend Rob Gamer. And like I said, he's dressed up as Tuxedo Masks because that's his. Partly because it's his avatar, but also partly because, well, there aren't too many characters from anime that look like him. And speaking of which, there he is. Although I'll have to remember to take the cape off after when the match starts. But as it stands, and he's going for a figure four onto Marcus Walker. And I mean, even if Walker taps out, which he didn't, but even if he tapped out, that's not going to do it. Number 3 is Arkham. Arkham 500 is up now. Ooh, missed the leg drop. But then Marcus gets a hold of Rob. And a reverse DDT. Then turns over to Arkham. And then Arkham gets neck breakered for his trouble. And number 4 is King Meyer. So Isaiah, there's your character. But if he can repeat his performance from the last time that we saw him in a match like this, then he'll get his first ever one-on-one match at Mania. Although he gets thrown over the top rope by Rob, and Rob eliminates him. Rob Gamer eliminating King Meyer. He didn't last very long. Number 5 is Mike Watson. And Arkham trying to get him out. Well, Rob gets right back up, but gets met by Mike Watson, but only to get his legs taken out from underneath him. But then goes right back to Marcus Walker. Number 6 is Riley. Riley's up now. Now, Riley did win a match like this before, so he has successful experience here. And I'll tell you what, and of course Rob just got slammed, and by no means is Rob a small man, but, well, Rob just got eliminated by Marcus Walker. But I will say this, though, Rob did pretty well in the time that he was in there. And number 7 is Dakota. Well, so far, Azrael is lucking out. Ooh, facebuster onto Marcus. Oh, well now Mike Watson going over, and Mike Watson is really the only guy that's big and strong enough to take him on. And then another facebuster, and then one from Mike Watson to Dakota. Oh, I forgot to invite Clinton. Oh, well. Well, Clinton's in there. And then a big boot eliminates Dakota. And then Marcus Walker eliminated by the Giant Killer, Arkham 500. That's got to be a huge upset. Well, anyway, now Riley goes over and is going to look to eliminate him. Well, here's Azrael Black, the mercenary. Well, he drew himself a really good number. But there's still one guy left to go. And and it looks like Riley is bleeding. Of course, you can't quite tell, but a brain buster to Riley. And now Mike Watson's been busted open too. And there's Jose Blanco as Azriel eliminates Riley. And now Azriel finally gets his hands on Jose. Oh, but quickly turns his attention to Mike Watson, knowing full well that but now Jose Blanco, what the heck happened to Jose? Well, out goes Clinton eliminated. Now we're down to our final four. And thrown over the top rope. Looks like Jose needs a wash there, Emma. And then the silver bullet, or the crimson bullet, that's what we'll call it since it's Azriel Black. Although, nope, Azriel fights off. And out goes Azriel. Well, it looks like the match against Jose is going to stand unless Jose wins. Or I'll find another opponent for you. But no, seriously, what is up with Jose? Well, it comes down to these two. These are two tough bastards here. And then, well, Jose got the win. Well, looks like I'll have to find another opponent for you, Azriel. Of course, Emma's going to be happy about it. All right. Well, up next is the Tag Team Championship match, the World Tag Team title match. We saw the women's tag team titles. Well, now we have the men's titles, and without any further ado, let's get to it. Now, I don't have a way to contact Ty, but I can contact the Diamond Light and so we have the Outcasts in the feed, as well as his mini-me, so to speak, Ty Wyatt. And then, of course, you have on the right, you have Diamond Light and Najee. So who is going to win this? Will it be the Fiend and his mini-me, or will it be the Diamond World Order? Let's find out. DWO, awesome. Well, there you see him, the Outcasts.
Champion contest is a tornado tag team match. It is for the All-Star World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 468 pounds. The NXT Tag Team Champions, the Outsiders.
So there you see on the left, the Feed. And on the right, his mini-me, Ty Wyatt. Yeah, I'm surprised they're uploading full matches considering they didn't do that before. Oh, no worries. Take your time. And then, of course, you have the Diamond World Order. And, you know, these guys have been dominant champions. There were several times I thought they were done, but they somehow find a way to win. But do they still have enough to do it again?
And introducing the champions at a combined weight of 520 pounds, the All-Star World Tag Team Champions and Diamond Mine.
Well, there it is. The Blue Toad Wrestling World Tag Team Championship, the men's title. So we saw the women's tag team champions defend their title. But the question is, will the Diamond World Order manage to do the same? Oh, hang on. Okay. I had to check to see if anyone was trying to call me, but thankfully not. All right, match underway, and this is under tornado tag rules. So, but unlike the last match in which we had it when it was 3-on-3, this time it's one fall and it can only take place in the ring. So it's going to take being able to execute and also isolate. Oh, what a clubbing blow on to Ty Wyatt, though. And now a series of punches right to Ty. And then a headbutt, which I'm not sure why you would do that. And then a Sister Abigail from out of nowhere. And Diamond Light's already in trouble. Now gets hit with the mandible claw. And then Najee notices 1, 2. Ooh, that could have done it had it not been for Najee. Then a ripcord clothesline onto Ty. Oh, but Ty turns the tide, so to speak. Well, Jose, I'm sure you're going to be focusing on the Mushroom Kingdom title match now that you got it. And it will be head-to-head against Jesse Jackhammer. All right, now it looks like, well, now all 4 men outside. Now, they can fight outside all they want, but they got to get it back in the ring if they want to win. And then another Sister Abigail. And all 4 men just fighting in that corner. Well, so far the Outcasts are doing a number. And another Sister Abigail. I mean, they're just Sister Abigailing the tag team champions, but now it looks like they're going to go for the win right here. 1, 2, and they win. I don't believe it. The Outcasts went through the tournament, and against all odds, they won, and they did it convincingly. I mean, now the question is, who's going to stop these two? Now, obviously, I should have been in that match. Yeah, but you have the world title match there, AJ. LTC? What's LTC? LTD, okay. I'm just putting some notes down here. But a 3.5-star match, not bad. But now the question is, can DWO win, or can anybody stop these guys? Well, nonetheless, though, yeah, but hey, I could always put you in another match there, Diamond Light. I have an open contract with for you in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, the literal Andre the Giant Battle Royal. You have the world, the WWE World Heavyweight title. All right, So we saw the men. Now we get to see the ladies in action. So let's get to it. Okay, so I already let Arkham know, and then I wonder if Cherry's still in the chat, but I think Paper Tay's probably doing a stream of her own. Well, Vera, you're up next. And then I'll also let Flames know. Okay. And who else am I forgetting? Oh yeah. Oh yes. So of the 10 women that you see in front of you, who are you going to go for? Let's see. Oh yeah, and then one more person there. Oh, so you're going to go for Vera? Not a bad idea. Cherry? Okay. In character, just to let everybody know that if Jose tries to pull anything against Riker or AJ during or after the match, that a lawsuit will be filed. Well, for Jose, all that would just mean is I would have to find another contender to put instead of Jose, and I don't want to have to do that, but I will if I must, and I will. Okay. Without any further ado, let's get to it. I just know that Paper Tay's doing her own show, so it's like, okay, I'll probably hold off on that. But aside from that,
the following contest is
the winner,
Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars
that thought.
number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 10 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations will occur when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner.
Okay, so the winner of this gets to face off against Empress Alicia.
Introducing the participants.
And we're going to start with Vera.
Representing the generation from Dallas, Texas, Princess V. Richards.
So Vera is number 1. Well, Emma, I hate to say this, but you know, based on Jose's history, how could anybody not say anything bad about Jose? But guess what? If there's anybody he's going to listen to, he's going to listen to you. So, if anything, I think the best thing to do is for you, Emma, just keep Jose busy, if you know what I mean. And besides, you know, you guys can celebrate dinner or something. Like you can treat him to dinner, or heck, you know, Jose got paid a lot of money for that win, so he could treat you to dinner.
Introducing the individual.
And I'll leave it at that, especially now that the youngins are here.
Jose, California, Magical Girl Marissa.
So next up is Mario Girl Melissa. A mainstay ever since 2K18. Of course, when she started out, she was a bit small. But I'll tell you what, she's grown in more ways than one. She's gotten a little bit taller, and her hair's gotten long. But one thing that has always been the same is that she is a true competitor. All right, so we're going to start with we start with one of the pillars from Cyberspace Federation in the form of Melissa. I'll hold you to that. But up next is Cherry. Cherry enters at number 3. Ooh, double knee right to the back. But now Cherry takes a number out of Vera, only to get kneed in the head. And number 4 is Paper Tay herself. Someone who has had previous experience when it comes to winning these matches. And, yep, naturally, Cherry and Tay are going to fight each other, and Tay just got slammed and got stomped. And suplexed. I gotta say, like, Cherry, what did you eat to get so strong? And Vera, I probably should have asked the same thing about Vera. What did she eat to get so strong to eliminate Mario Girl Melissa? But up next is Sarah Richards. And she gets to go to Suplex City. And, whoa, look at the strength! And the mole bomb, I don't know how she was able to pick up Paper Tay and just deliver the mole bomb. And number 6 is Amy Rose. What a feather in the cap it would be for her to win. If any member of the house lays a hand on AJ or Riker before or after the match, we'll get a lawsuit on them. Anyway, nice neutralizer there onto Vera. And Sarah's already gone. I didn't see that. I was so busy reading the document. All right, I gotta focus on the match right now. Number 7 is Emily Elvis, who of course made it on the strength of her being a top contender. And welcome back there, Luis. There's your friend Paper Tay in the gold dress. And now Vera getting a muddle stopped in her. And then, wow! What a slam there by Amy Rose. Number 8 is Jade Young. We saw her sister Alex compete for the world title towards the end of day 1. Well, just so you know, AJ's already taken, so... Ooh, thrown over the top rope, and number 9 is Liliana Ladrona. Yeah, that's Amy Rose in the pink hair and the red dress. And Liliana is wearing her second outfit of tonight. So she's got the jeans and the cowgirl boots. And number 10 is Flames. All right, so we now have a full ring. So that's all of our competitors. Now it's just going to come down to who can survive at this point. And now Cherry trying to hold on. Oh, well, welcome back there, Primetime. I'm sorry that you had to go through thunderstorms. That's terrible, man. Or it's just terrible that you had to go through it. Oh, a modified facebuster to Liliana Ladrona. But I will say that Liliana was the one who qualified to even get in this match. So it would be a feather in the cap that she won 2 matches to get to this point, or to get a shot at the Mushroom Kingdom title against the new champion, Empress Alicia. Although, wait a minute, Vera eliminated Liliana. And Cherry gets eliminated by Amy Rose. Amy Rose eliminating Cherry. I don't think the real Cherry's not going to be happy about that. Although, wait a minute, Jade Young gets double teamed by Vera and Emily, and Jade Young is out. And, oh, Amy Rose stayed in. And a thrust kick. But then, paper tape, nope, inadvertently saved by Amy Rose. And then, wait a minute, a neck breaker to Emily Elvis. Emily's out. Emily Elvis eliminated. And a super kick to eliminate Vera, but give Vera credit. So Flames eliminated Vera, but that should take nothing away from Vera. But we have 3 relative newcomers to the Mushroom Kingdom championship scene. I mean, of course you have Flames. Flames has competed for the United States title and the Intercontinental title, especially when the United States title was at the height of its power. So Flames is the most experienced of the 3. of course, Paper Tay would love nothing more to... Uh-oh. The paper cut, or the razor's edge, so to speak. Well, out goes Amy Rose, and now it all comes down to Flames and Paper Tay. Oh, a forearm right to the back of the head. Now set in the corner. And Flames, I don't know where she got the strength to do it, but can she get her out, though? Although I don't think AJ will be too mad if, say, Tay wins, but... And then the skull-crushing finale a la Miz? I don't think I'd ever seen her do that move before. And then, well, Tay did a flip and she missed. And then, oh, she's got her. It's like, let me tell you something, girlfriend. Don't you be getting in my face, girlfriend, or something. I don't know. I don't know what she's saying, actually. Well, whether I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but if I do, all right, cool. But I'm not going to make any promises, Joker. The fact that I even gave you the match with Lomara, I thought that was my, But hey, I'll think about it. But whether I do it or not, that's another story. But if not, I could always save it for another time. It's all good. But. Or actually maybe on the other end I could do it. We'll have to see what happens at the end of the show in terms of like who's the champ and things like that. It's the least I can do, Joker. Especially when it concerns Azrael. But as it stands, we go back to this match, and now Paper Tay, of course, has the strength, but put into Mora. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I do have Storm, by the way, so it's not like I don't have him. But yeah, now these two are fighting tooth and nail. Going to kick right to the leg, and then a discus clothesline, and that normally would follow up with uh-oh. And a flip powerbomb, or the I forgot what she called it. But whatever it was called, the F360. Okay, well she did that and then throws out Paper Tay, and Flames, Amethyst Flames, will be the one to face off against Empress Alicia. On one hand, I was hoping to see like Vera win, get her moment in the sun, but on the other hand, we could also see Paper Tay, like we would have the princess and the Empress, but instead, it's going to be Amethyst Flames and Empress Alicia. That's going to be a new, fresh matchup, if I do say so myself. What a match. So we're going to see that matchup on day 3. And that was another 5-star match. Great job as ever. But now it's time for Violet and Aunt Patty to fight over Baby Blue. And since everybody's here, I can just go right into it. And it's inside a no-holds-barred match. So there you have Patty and Violet. So, of course, I should mention that while Violet is now a 3-time champion and is currently reigning as the champ, she is going up against one of the greatest women's world champions that Blue Toad Wrestling has ever had, especially when you go back to 2K22. Patty had one reign, but it was a long reign. And this was during the same season that, Crushing Kelly had 2 reigns, and it would have been 1 had it not been briefly interrupted. So those were 2 great reigns by 2 great champions, but it's Patty who had one of the longer reigns that we had at the time. And Patty was a fighting champion. She beat every challenger that we had in front of her. That was until Mitty got the win. So with that, let's do it.
The following champion versus champion contest is a no-holds-barred match and is for the All-Star Women's World Championship.
So you have Patty, who, as I mentioned before, is a 1-time champion, but a long reigning champion. So there was a point I didn't know if anybody could beat her, but it took the efforts of her daughter, the current queen of Lanale. But now she's facing off against her niece. And while her niece has been successful as a champion, this will be I don't know if this is the first time that she is facing off against Patty with the championship on the line. But if it is, for Violet, this is her toughest test yet. The audience in general, really, Luis. Yeah, talking to everybody. Or talking to anybody who's watching this, whether it's live or whether it is, or whether it's on the replay. And I got to say, Vera did a great job with your hair. Or was it An who did it? I forget. I know one of the two did it. Worked on Violet's hair. But she's ready. But like I said, Violet is going up against Patty for the first time as the champ.
Introducing the challenger.
And it's her toughest test yet.
The women's ultra-violent fighting champion, the Queen, Patty Chase. And her opponent from Dallas, Texas, the All-Star Women's World Champion and the Internet Champion, Princess Violet Richards.
So there you see Violet. And the match is underway. Here we go. And nice back suplex, a release back suplex. And of course, one thing that Patty's going to have is the power. She's got the strength, but Violet will have the speed. Well, I will say that Violet. Well, the character Violet is married. But I think you meant to say you love her as a fan, I guess. Oh! And that's one thing that Violet has to do. But now a knife edge chop. And now trying to take out her leg, which is not a bad idea. If you take out Violet's leg, you take out you take her ability to be able to set the pace away, and that she becomes a sitting duck. Although, nice counter there by Violet. Off the ropes. Nope, countered with a clothesline of her own. But then a hip toss. Now has the hockey stick and then hits her in the head with it. But I will say this though, the winner of this match will get to face off against the Superstar Rumble winner, Lady Danger. And of course, Lady Danger, as mentioned before, has one match, but it's the biggest match of her career. Oh, now going for, I forgot what she calls that. Death's Embrace, I guess you could say. I just remembered someone used that move before. But it's a sleep, but otherwise it's a sleeper hold, is what it is. Oh, now uses a play from her uncle's, one of her uncles, and that's Atticus, the Reaper's Grasp. But of course, Patty would know how to get out of that move. And then a Stun Dog Millionaire. 1, 2. Ooh, that would have been something if that put away Patty, but it didn't. Now Patty rolls out. Now, this is not a Falls Count Anywhere match, so these two, they can fight outside all they want, but that's not going to end the match. But a curb stop right onto Patty on the floor. The Celestial, oh, I actually like that better, okay. The Celestial Stunner it will be. And now has a bat. Oh, and she threw it right to Patty, but I think that might have just woken her up. And a fisherman suplex, excuse me. And a spear. And is Patty going to win it here? 1, 2, no. And now Patty just using those fists. And then an uppercut. However, Patty still has, well, she might have just leaned right into that kick. The pyro strike. 1, 2, no. Now goes back to the sleeper. And Patty did not give up. But now Patty trying to get her wits about her. And then the Lana Lay punch. And is that it? 1, 2? No. But she has put away a number of women with that move. Oh! Hits her in the stomach. But ended up missing. Then the princess flip. 1, 2, and she got it! She got the princess flip and was able to hold Patty's shoulders for a count of 3. She was able to use her legs to keep Patty's shoulders on the mat, and Patty couldn't kick out. And the winner, and still the holder of Baby Blue, Violet Rose Richards Utaker. That's her entire full name, but Violet is still the holder of Baby Blue. And I have to say, Patty gave her a wonderful match, and there were several times I thought Patty was going to do it. I thought Patty had it won with the Superwoman punch or the spear. I thought that was it, but instead Violet managed to hold on to the title. Well, who knows? You might just get your chance. Although maybe it might not be in the match that you would want, Emma. If I know Violet, and if I know Diamond Sky, I would know what one has to prove in order to get an opportunity. But you know what? Never say never, Emma. Never say never. Especially given that Violet still has to fight Lady Danger in the main event of night 3, I should say. I can't talk. So Violet's going to make history as being part of 3 main event matches back to back to back. But now it's time for AJ to fight Riker, and it's the Master versus the Apprentice. So without any further ado, let's get to it. So it's very simple. Yeah, it's going to be Violet against Lady Danger. Yeah, absolutely, Patty. Although I have a feeling that Violet made it so that you wouldn't do it, or that you couldn't do it. I guess basically Violet knew better that if she did get hit with your triple power bomb or your code breaker, it probably would have been it. It probably would have. It probably would have. But what it is simple. AJ is a former 4-time world champion and is challenging Riker to become a 5-time Blue Toad Wrestling world champion. Riker is the champion. And Riker, of course, is the apprentice, the man who learned under AJ and under Atticus Black. So Riker is the one with something to prove. And that is to prove that he is every bit the world champion as he is. And just like Patty, AJ had to win the chamber match at Danger Zone to get the opportunity that AJ is getting right here. And AJ was quoted as saying, "Riker, I taught you everything you know, but I didn't teach you everything I know. But whoever wins this is going to face Brandon Cuevas." Well, there you see AJ, who, of course, now he's down to a hardcore title and the Smoking Skull title, but of course those titles are not on the line as AJ won the right to fight for the world title. Yes, please. For the sake of fair play, whoever wins this, let's not start with the attacks here. So we have AJ, who, like I said, is the master and the guy that taught this man everything he knows. Yeah, that's true. Atticus is the other guy that taught him. And there you see Riker. I'll tell you what, though. Now, Riker has already successfully defended against Kelly Mavericks. And there you see Big Blue.
Introducing the challenger from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 213 pounds, the WWE Heavyweight Champion and the Hard Hardcore Champion, AJ! And his opponent from the City of Angels, weighing in at 223 pounds, the All-Star World Heavyweight Champion, Lord Magical Knight!
So there you have Riker and AJ. While Riker had the advantage of his opponent not knowing what to expect, I mean, of course, Kelly Mavericks had a little taste of what to expect, but he's going up against somebody, is Riker, that knows him in and out. And I just noticed that Riker is actually larger than AJ. But that just goes to show that, number one, Riker has grown, but also, you know, AJ is the tiny yet mighty. So Riker will definitely take advantage of the power advantage that he normally or otherwise wouldn't have. Although, oh, well, see, that's one of the reasons why he's an apprentice, and that's the fact that he made a mistake going for a dive as AJ was able to get out of the way. That sounds good. Although this match is a normal match, so these two have got to get back in the ring. Yeah, it's only tag though. All right, well, AJ gets right back in and ends up getting kneed in the head. And don't tell me that's it. One, nope. But of course, AJ and then AJ, roaring like the lion that he is. Of course, he got a new color scheme on his tights, as he now has the green and red. It's not Christmas; those are just his favorite colors. Although that time he got hit by the Shining Wizard. Is this it? One, two. Oh, almost got him though with the Shining Wizard. And now looking to take out his arm. Looks like Riker has gotten some tutelage to go after. It looks like he's working on the arm, apparently, of AJ. Maybe. And, ooh, nice drop kick. And now going for the Lion's Bite is AJ. Let's see if Riker can get out of this one. Well, he does get out of it. Backbreaker facebuster combination. Or flatliner combination, excuse me. And then AJ with the stunner. And now AJ is like, bring it, buddy. Not today, AJ, says Riker, even though he's in the match. Riker, of course, is the guy with the red hair, for those who don't know. And a diving tornado DDT, and of course AJ timed it perfectly, or as well as it could be timed. And I'm not sure what AJ was. Well, I guess AJ was struggling to get Riker back in the ring, only for Riker to turn the table on AJ and throw him in the steps. And a spin kick. I don't know if AJ won. 2. Wow, AJ just ran right into the spin kick. And AJ is knocked out.
All-Star World Heavyweight Champion, Lord Magical Knight.
Wow. Riker did it. So the student has overcome the master, and the knight has slayed the lion. Well, so now everybody's just playing tag. I liked it. But Riker is going to face off against Brandon Cuevas. But yeah, as promised, I did say that if AJ didn't make it, which sadly he didn't, but that I would put him in the literal Andre the Giant Battle Royal. So excuse me, I had a couple of hiccups there. So I said I would. And of course, Brandon Cuevas signaling the time has come to meet your end. But of course, Brandon can't really do anything, and of course, Riker. All I will say is that if Riker was to take a swing at Brandon, then of course any agreement would be null and void. But of course, they know full well. Yes, of course, Spike Ryan. Actually, I might have to move some of the matches over, but yeah, I'll move one of the matches over to start and whatnot. Night 3. Oh, well, thank you. Well, thank you for tagging me. I'll play later, but right now I'm just going to. Okay, there we go. I was structuring my my card for for day 3. But yes, but for those who are just joining us, I did say that I was going to that I would be unavailable to do a stream tomorrow, mainly to celebrate Father's Day. Not that I'm a father myself, but I do have a dad, and I have Mr. Toad, and so I'll be spending time with him. But what I will do, or what I probably should do, is make up for make up time to do the baseball series, because I did have 3, count them, 3 game threes, I should say, 3 game threes. That's a lot of threes. So I would probably do those over the week. Oh yes, for other people, I wish their dads were still around as well. No joke. I know there's a lot of other people who miss their dads, and I mean I miss my grandparents too, and but at least they lived a long, happy life. So there's that. So with all that said, I'm happy that we got through this show. I'm happy that we got through it. I thank you so much for you guys' time, and I appreciate it. Now, I'm not sure what... wait, before I do anything else, what I can do is give you guys a target to... I'm going to give you guys a show to raid. You know what? I'm going to find a raid target. Hang on a moment. And in fact, I think I found him right now. I found him. So... and I hate when they do this. Okay, there we go. Let me copy the link, and I'm gonna give you guys a raid target so we can do a raid. So I'll post it, but I won't. I mean, I'll put it in the chat, but I won't post it until I'm ready to end off the show. And then when I'm ready to end off the show, then you guys can click that, and then I will see you guys over there. But next week, now, unless something changes, and I will definitely talk about or reach out to family or whoever else in case there is plans next week, or next weekend, I should say. And if there is, I'll let you guys know on what those plans are that supersede it. But in other words, if there's nothing going on, then next week will be day 3 of Blue Toad Mania, the final day, and of course the final show of 2K24. And then I could start, playing other games too. But until then, this is the Blue Toad saying goodnight. Congratulations to those who competed, regardless of whether you won or lost. I wish nothing but the best. And I will see you guys another time. But also, I will see you guys, for those who are live, I will see you guys over at the raid target. And that guy is Mr. Rob Gamer himself. So we saw him in the ring. Well, now you guys get to see him in action as a streamer. So until then, have a good night, everybody. Let me just put it over here. All right, here we go. I will post it, and then once I go off, you guys can meet me over there.